grade is difficult to establish and have shelf life, for example,
right,
and still get it to the public. And so the only one that I've ever been working with clinically and have found over the years is Acidophilus, and that's made in Japan. That was made before.
Spell it for us.
Acidophilus. Kyodopphilus.
Chirodophilus?
Chirodophilus, yeah.
Okay, from Japan?
Doesn't mean a thing if you go out right now and get in the car and hurry up and buy it before everybody else does and take it. It won't work any more than your mother had any luck with it, and your mother was taking acidophilus that wasn't human.
Actually,
doesn't matter.
Exactly, and how I know for a fact that what you're saying is true is because I gave her chirodophilus, because that's what I had in the house, and she had not had a cleanse. She had not had the whole, the human grade way, and that's why it didn't work.
Right, sure. Didn't drain the oil in the car before you put in the good oil.
Okay, now hold that thought. I'm going to give the 800 number out again. Who knows who's listening to It's Rainmaking Time? 1-877-625-3724. Let's take it from the top. 1-877-625-3724. Let's hear from you. We're a new show, and we're here every Saturday morning. Now, here's the thing. If you want a show delivering to you people that are accountable on a whole systems level, the truth-telling, the science behind, the marvelous works and discoveries in the world, then we need to know that you're listening. Now, we know that you don't want to be bothered on a Saturday morning necessarily. You're probably listening to this in your car. You're on your way somewhere. You have people to see, things to do, places to go to. You have family that you want to be with. Some of you may be listening to the show on the internet, and we thank you very much, because probably you may not feel like sitting in front of a computer, an electromagnetic emanator on a Saturday morning. But the reality is we're here and we're live. This show is live. We're pulling in people from all over the world to bring you the best that we can find in the area of discovery, in the area of accountability, and we back everything we say. Nobody's coming on this show, It's Rainmaking Time, unless they have been thoroughly checked out, their work is clean, and what they're offering is clean. And so we want to hear from you, and the way we can make this show viable over time, meaning that to continue, is you need to let us know that you're there. And the way you can let us know is one of two things. You either call 818-225-1885, the Rainmaking Company in California, and you let us know you're listening and give us your comments and feedback and suggestions, or things you're thinking about, or good things that happen listening, or anything that is coming to you about the show. We're interested in you. If there's any way we can be of service to you to help bring your contributions to the world, we're interested. That's what we do for a living. And also, you can go on the World Wide Web to www.rainmaking, one word, Rainmaking, Rainmaking, time.com. Go to the site and please send us an email. We need to know you're listening. Now, we are going to be doing a show on the Arbitron ratings and the Nielsen ratings. And let me tell you, I haven't heard one person yet that has done any type of a job on the behind-the-scenes aspects, the inner workings of the rating systems for radio and television. If you want a discerning, probing, illuminating dialogue, stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we do not know that you're there. And we want to know that you're there. So by sending an email to itsrainmakingtime.com or calling us at 818-225-1885, that will help let us know that you're there. And then we also want you to know that we have 6 minutes available of advertising that are ready now to put your work in front of the public. You should know that in most cases, in most businesses make things happen based on promotion. We are making things happen based on attraction, based on magnetism, based on the invitation to come here. So we're pulling, not pushing. David Webster, is there anything else you'd like to say to the public right now before we go into another part of It's Rainmaking Time?
Well, I'll leave that up to your listeners if they want to ask a question.
If there's any other listeners, we'll just give a quick 1-800 number again to the show. 1-877-625-3724. 1-877-625-3724. Let's hear from you. You're very shy over there. We don't know what it is. Maybe you didn't like that analogy of the frog in the pot. But trust me when I tell you that incrementalism has its power because of its imperceptible nature and slow cooking mechanism. And so please don't take that personally. I've been a frog in the pot many times.
Well, I can add to that. The colon is the same analogy as that frog because what's happening is putrefaction is just going on 24 hours a day until the person drops from a heart attack or something else.
I think that I'd like to have you back on again at a later date, and I want to bring some doctors on the phone with you.
Sure.
I'd like to invite some scientists on the phone.
Right.
And I would like to talk to some of the people that, with good intention, administer acidophilus without really recognizing or knowing about the science that's inherent in the body.
That's right.
And I want to thank you, David Webster, for joining us with It's Rainmaking Time. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you can get David's book, Achieve Maximum Health, Flora, The Missing Link in Immunity, Health, and Longevity. This is Kim Greenhouse, and I'm going to spend a few minutes talking with you right now, and then we're going to close. We're going to have a little bit of, let me see, is there somebody on here? Russ in Parker?
Yes.
Hi, Russ. Thanks for calling.
I take arginine for various reasons, and it gives me horrendous diarrhea. And I was wondering if there's any way I can prevent the diarrhea.
The diarrhea is bacterial cause. You got to get rid of the bacteria. Then you can see that's symptomatic treatment you're doing. It's either natural or synthetic, whatever it is, drugs or natural stuff. You got to go back to and always think in terms of breastfeeding in the beginning. And that's what we should have been maintaining, and we've lost it. Primitive people don't have that problem. People that live in isolated areas, in the Himalayas, for example, where there isn't any antibiotics, perhaps, in isolated areas, you don't find these degenerative conditions.
So we have 2 minutes, David. Russ, what question did you have exactly?
Arginine is known for causing diarrhea, and I was wondering if there is a way to stop it.
Oh, I see. Well, the bacteria would be the first approach because then you can see if that's what's causing it. You may not have a problem with arginine if you have the right bacteria. And you can tell if there's a bacteria problem just by odor. There shouldn't be any odor when you have an elimination.
All right. And Russ, thank you for calling in. Where is Parker, by the way?
Southeast of Denver.
Denver, I am so glad you're listening, and I hope you've been tuning into the show, and I hope you'll tune in and tell all your friends about it. I really appreciate you calling.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
Okay, we are closing. We have about a minute left. Monique, ask your question quickly from Orlando.
A question, David. I'm really enjoying the show, and I missed the first 15 minutes. Could you give again the title of your book, and if you have a website?
Here we go. Achieve Maximum Health, Flora, The Missing Link in Immunity, Health, and Longevity by David Webster. Go to thewholeway.com. And David, thank you for being on the show. This is Kim Greenhouse. For all of you people that are listening, tell all of your friends and associates. I guess a rainstorm's coming in here. Tell your friends, tell your associates. We want as many people on this show as possible. We want more people to call in. We want to invite people to advertise and become part of the team with us. It's Rainmaking time. Join us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Help on the way.